Do you feel like people ignore you when you talk? Do you feel disrespected? Or you feel like they don't value what you're saying? Then you're not alone. A lot of people feel like this. Some people take it to heart and some people brush it off. The truth is, it's all in your head. But if you want to know how to be taken more seriously, so that way people don't ignore you in conversation, make sure you watch the whole video. In this video, we're gonna cover 3 things. Number 1, I'm gonna give you guys 4 tips to get people to listen. Number 2, I'm gonna explain how it relates to your own you. And number 3, I'm gonna give you guys an example of what to do and what not to do with a little role play. First, here's 4 tips that you can use to get people to listen. Number 1, speak with a purpose. Say only what needs to be said, nothing more, nothing less. If you say too much, you're gonna overload them with information and they're not gonna remember anything you said. It'll just be a big blur. If you say too little, you won't even get noticed. You'll eventually build a reputation of getting cut off in conversation or getting stepped on, which you don't want, trust me. Number 2, speak slow and enunciate. Speaking fast makes it seem like you're in a rush, and the person receiving the message might not even catch everything. So speak slow and enunciate the words so that way they can comprehend what you're saying. Number 3, proper body language. It's not only what you say and how you say it, it's also how they see it being said that's just as important. If you have number 1 and 2 down and you fail number 3, it won't work. Everything has to work together. And what I mean by proper body language is keep your shoulders back, always have eye contact, make sure you're face to face with that person, and also don't be too close or too far either. And lastly, number 4, know your stuff. You don't want to be known as the BSer or the fluffer. Be genuine, and if you don't know what you're talking about, just be honest. People will actually appreciate that more. Now, here's how all this relates to being your own you. When people don't take you seriously, you get in your own head and lose self-confidence. When you lose self-confidence, you start to doubt yourself. And when you start doubting yourself, this means that you don't trust who you are. And that goes against being your own you. Part of being your own you is making sure that you love yourself and also knowing that 100% who you are right now is perfectly okay. Now let's do a little role play. Here's the scenario. I approach my manager Steve to ask his permission to implement a brand new sales technique that I know will boost sales. The goal here is to get him to say yes to hearing me out. First, here's an example of what not to do. Steve? Yeah? Man, our numbers last month were trash, huh? What makes you say that? I feel like we could do a lot better. Like, I was looking at the numbers, like, especially from last month. I'm basically, like, I came up with this, like, technique. Well, I haven't started it yet, but I wanted to get your permission first to, like, I'll show you how it works. But I wanted to make sure that we can use it going forward. That way we can make more money, the company gets more money, and so on. So anyways, let me know if you have a few minutes. I just wanted to go over that with you. Maybe next time, just bring it up in the team meeting. We'll talk about it then, and we'll go from there. Anyways, I got a lot of work to do. If you could just close the door on the way out, thanks. Wow, that was awkward. Now here's an example that's much more effective. Hey Steve, do you have a minute? Yeah, what's up? I was actually looking at our numbers from last month and I see a huge opportunity for improvement. Okay, go on. Right now we're only closing about 40% of our sales. I came up with a sales technique that's gonna take that up to 65% or more. I'd be happy to go over it if you have a few minutes. Have a seat, let's talk. World of a difference, right? If you want people to listen, you have to make them want to listen. This will not only be effective in your career, but with your family, your relationships, or anywhere else where you communicate, which is pretty much everywhere. So go try these out for yourself and see how they work for you. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Hit that thumbs up and that subscribe button and that notification bell so when we release new videos, you guys get notified. If you guys need anyone to talk to about mental health or anything else, feel free to reach out via Instagram. I'm here to help to the best of my abilities. Have a wonderful week. Keep your head up, shoulders back, eye contact, face to face, not too close, not too far. Speak with a purpose and be your own you. Take care.